What's up, y'all? Marjek79 here. We are back again today with another Marvel Legends action figure review. Today we're taking a look at the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Spider-Man 2099 and Peter Parker. Picked them up from Target the other day, $24.99 a piece retail. Very excited to get these figures in. We were a huge fan of the movie. I told myself if I came across any of these in store, then we would pick them up and bring them home for the museum. We reviewed the Miles and the Gwen from the last wave a few months back, so I'm very excited to get the villain and the Peter Parker from Miles' universe to add on to the shelf as well. Get a look at them in package here. It's like Spider-Man 2099. This comes with 2 extra hands, the spider head. Same thing with Peter Parker here. It's the extra spider head and the Spider-Man web shooting hands. Not really too crazy. Would have been nice if they would have came with a little bit more accessories, especially for the normal retail price of $24.99. But what you see is what you get, man. Just the back of the packaging here. I wasn't really interested in any other figure from the wave. Maybe Miles G. Morales, but pretty much good on everything else. They did have the Miles Morales from the original movie, but we ended up skipping him. Maybe that's Spider-Punk, but I'm good on the Spider-Gwen. Good on Puvatar as well. I'm happy with what we got here, man. So, okay, enough dawdle. Let's go ahead and let's crack these babies open and let's get started here. And now we're back, my friends, and now we have our Spider-Man 2099 and our Peter Parker out of the package. And let's get a look at these face sculpts here. Comes out good. Really enjoying that. Definitely did a really good job of the facial sculpt, that how he appears in the movie. Paint apps on the actual suit itself, yeah, it could be a little cleaner. Not the best. This little indenture that he has in his stomach there, a little weird. Spider gadget that he's got on his wrist there, that comes out good. Definitely not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I actually looked at the last Spider-Man 2099 from this line of movies and I actually skipped it because I just did not like how he appeared. I have his mask here as well, that's fine. And with the 2 open palm hands. I think Peter Parker here is the better, at least when it comes to the aesthetics of the face sculpt. It comes out a little better. Suit comes out good. A couple of little black marks missing from the spider emblem there. Keep in mind, when I picked these up from Target, these were the only 2 left. So it wasn't like multiple different figures that I could choose from. These were my only choices. Spin them to the back here, get a look at them. Not bad. Hair scope comes out fine. Let me also mention that this guy is top heavy, so you gotta wide out his base to get him to stand properly. It's actually quite annoying if I'm being honest. Again, I feel like they could have put a little bit more paint details onto the back of the suit as well. I feel like he had black outlining on his suit there. It was not just red. It's a bit lazy if I'm being completely honest. I mean, I'm happy to have a version of this character added onto the museum, but glad I just paid retail for him. Like I said, I definitely wasn't in the hunt for either one of these per se, so if I wouldn't have found them retail, I would have skipped them. Peter Parker, exceptionally better. Just cleaner all around. But then again, I guess when you have made a bajillion Spider-Man figures, it's easier to just copy and paste of what we have had before. So it actually kind of reminds me of one of the Tom Holland movie figs. I think it was like Far From Home. Kind of really is an ache into that suit. Head, down, up, tilt, tilt, rotate 360. Arm, rotate 360. No shifties. Bicep, 360 rotation, elbow, all the way up. Wrist, rotation, pushed up and back. Torso, crunch, ab, back, crunch. No tilts, rotate 360. This is basic. Kick forward, kick backwards. Just a very basic articulation for a 2024 Marvel Legends, honestly. I'll take the thigh. And that's why he has such an issue standing up too, because just of this basic articulation. It's really a shame. Now, I've seen some great Marvel Legends over the years, but this is just not one of them. Oh, sure, I'm sounding a little critical, but it is what it is, dude. Ankle's having trouble bending as well. Can't really go down. As you can see, you try to bend it, it just goes back. The articulation of it is stuck. Nah, it's just pissing me off. It really is, because I really did enjoy this character in the movie. And they definitely flubbed it when it came to the figure. Let's pull out the head there, switch out the heads here. If you've been doing this for years, you know the difference. You know the difference between a brand new mode and a mode that's like 10 years old. And you know, it's just half-assed, dude. You know, I know to the naked eye, he'll probably look decent on somebody's shelf. But dude, like this is when this is gonna come time to pose, it's just gonna be difficult because he doesn't have the flexibility as your normal Spider-Man figure. It is what it is, just being honest. All right, let's look at Peter Parker here. Head, down, up, tilt, rotate 360. Again, an outdated articulation, as you know, even like the Tom Holland MCU figures have the added shoulder articulation. This guy does not have that at all. I mean, just a fucking shame, dude. Bicep rotation, elbow. I feel like I've been bamboozled. I feel like I've been gypped, bro. Wrist. You know, unless I'm getting content for the channel. I mean, you know, but dude, just feel like I got gypped. I did. There's just no doubt about it. It's just a really outdated mode for these figures. Even the Miles and the Gwen, you know, came out a bit better articulation-wise than these did. I mean, they just did, man. Maybe I've just been reviewing figure arts and I don't know, Figmas for too long, I guess. At least this one's ankles work. This doesn't, you know, bend back into submission whenever I try to bend it. So it's just got that going for it. As you see, just change that out, put this in here, and voila. Okay, let's try to get some poses going on here. All right, Spider-Man pose, swinging. You can see, kind of angle the arm up a little bit there. Make sure you're looking in the right direction. The web, flipped out the hand for the web shooting hand there. With the hip articulation, this is about as much as you can get. And of course, you can play around with this a little bit. Have him in that plie pose, you know, the patented Spider-Man. You know, just flex him out, play with him. Young drill, man. Oh, Spider-Man 99, boy. But if you flex him out a bit, play with him, you can get out a decent enough pose. It's half-assed to the extreme, but you know, just play around with him enough. Hopefully you'll be able to get yourself a decent pose out of him. This guy here, sheesh, man, he's just going to be standing stoic. You know, I told myself I wasn't going to get any bad action figures this year, but, you know, it happens. It happens to the best of us, I guess. It is what it is, man. I mean, even when you put the spider head on, just look at that. You see what I'm saying here, man? I mean, look at the creasing when you put the spider head on. I mean, it just does not look right at all. The dividends and the creases of the neck and the head there, it just doesn't look natural. I mean, oh my God, it looks like a fucking robot, dude. It doesn't look right. And so you're gonna have to angle him in a way, this is if you use this head. You have to angle him in a way where none of that is showing. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to angle him. Because as soon as you hit him with that, somebody's gonna be like, what's going on there? You see what I'm saying? Like, it just don't look right. I mean, it just doesn't. It's a terrible design choice. It's just outdated. Because I've seen this before. It's just outdated. All right, I think this is the pose that I've decided to go with 2099. Just him trying to explain to Miles why he's the anomaly and why he needs to stay put so that, you know, the universe doesn't get destroyed. And I was like, no, I gotta save my dad. Which, you know, fully understandable. Then we got Peter Parker here, like, hey man, I know I died, but hey, listen, chill out. Just chill, man, you know. So once you get him into a decent pose of your liking, sure, he's gonna look a little better for your shelf, but just the aesthetics of him and the posability, he's still garbage in my opinion. Do not pay over retail for this guy. Listen, trust me, If you watch this all the way through, he's not worth that. If you find him on store shelves, grab him, whatever. If you were thinking about getting the figure arts version of him, I know that exists out in the wild, maybe grab that one. But, if you're thinking about paying over retail for this guy, listen, don't. Trust me. All right, I'll tell you what the main motivation for me getting this guy, I played a crap ton with this particular suit in the PlayStation video game SpiderMan, so that's the main reason why he made it into the museum. I'm happy to have him. Definitely not the best either. I did realize one thing here. If for those that are interested, you can take the head sculpt from the Peter B. Parker from the original movie and move it to this body here. I think this is what I'm going to do. I don't know, I'd always walk past this figure on my shelf and be like, ugh. So I know this is not an exact representation of the character, but I mean, this is Peter B. Parker before he went through all his transgressions and depressions and whatnot. So why not, get the proper version of the character that I want on my own shelf? So just let everybody know that it is possible. So cool beans, man. That makes up for it a little bit. I promise it does. Okay, I think I've talked about these figures enough, man. So if I had to recommend these figures, only if you're a super diehard fan of the movie, this one is just not a good figure. It's outdated. Posability is garbage. I can barely stand up on his own. You really have to widen the base and get him centered in position to make sure he stands properly. I'm grateful to have them because I like the movie, but it's definitely biased. But from an action figure standpoint, what we got going on here, it's just not good. Point blank, period. And that is my honest opinion of these two. So, okay, let's go ahead and let's move them to the museum here. And we're back, my friends, and now we have our new Spidey guys added onto the shelf. We have our new and improved Peter B. Parker. Comes out good. Really liking that. Then we have our SpiderMan 99. This was a bitch getting him onto the shelf. Those feet, man, those legs and those feet have a really tough time standing, and I'm just happy that the ordeal is over. It took like a half an hour to get him properly posed without falling down. Oh, poor X-Men. I had to reset them like 3 or 4 times because he just kept tumbling over. And now I think I finally got him in a proper pose to just where he won't fall down continuously. Yeah, the behind the scenes of an action figure reviewer just don't know, man. You really just don't know. Okay, updated of the Spider shelf. Definitely makes me happy. Move that comic Green Goblin down there for fans of the channel. He was up there for years, but I had to make room and I was getting frustrated, so I had to move him down here. Yeah, like I said, then we sacrificed the Peter B. Parker body. He's in the Forgotten Lands. I only got booted off the main shelf, but that's okay. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made. But I'm happy with where we're at, man. Okay, that is going to do it for this one, man. So if you appreciated the video, hopefully you did. I would appreciate a like on the video. That would make me happy. Also, if you want to see more content like this, make sure you get subscribed. You can follow me at youtube.com/marjack79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I would say that I do Marvel Legends all the time, but as you can see, I am more of a Marvel Legends based off of the movies. So if Marvel in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Marvel Studios, is making amazing movies, then I will add them to the shelf. If they are not, then we will skip them. Common sense, right? So that's where the majority of my Marvel fandom comes from. It's from the movies and the TV shows, not necessarily the comics. All right, my friends, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. I'll catch y'all later. Bye. Avengers, assemble.